Hi, this week we're going to be talking about some guidance on holiday gatherings and safety around COVID as you're preparing for different celebrations. My name is Janelle Friesen. I am the Public Information Officer with the UG Public Health Department. It is December 2nd, and this is our video update. I'm here with Elizabeth. Do you want to say hello?
Hi, everyone. My name is Elizabeth. I'm the Chief Epidemiologist for the Unified Government Public Health Department.
All right, we're glad to have you back and talking about this guidance for what people need to know. But before we jump into that, I want to kind of hear where are we seeing things now with COVID in Wyandotte County, just for the change of the season and with the recent Thanksgiving holiday.
Yeah, so unfortunately, the data is making us a bit nervous right now. Before the Thanksgiving holidays, we started to see an increase in case numbers and community transmission in Wyandotte County and throughout the Kansas City metro area. And it seems like that trend has continued on through Thanksgiving. We were definitely concerned about Thanksgiving with people gathering and interacting and possibly spreading COVID. And since we've here on the backside of Thanksgiving, we're definitely seeing a much sharper increase in COVID numbers right now. In fact, these last few days, we've seen really high numbers of people coming out to get tested, and a large percent of those people that are going to get tested are turning up positive.
So not something we ever want to see. And we, of course, don't want to continue that trend through the rest of December and into January. So what can people do to protect themselves and their loved ones as they're gearing up for Christmas, New Year's, or any other holiday celebrations?
Yeah, that's a really good question, Janelle, because we are really concerned with the holidays coming up. We know that people are going to be gathering more, and we also know that people spend more time indoors once the weather gets cooler. Today, it's actually a really beautiful day, but we know the cold weather is going to be coming, as well as all those holiday gatherings, which are all going to increase the risk of COVID continuing to spread. And unfortunately, we're already seeing a sharp increase in our case numbers. So that has us really concerned at the health department. So we want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to try to mitigate this surge as much as we can and keep those hospitalization numbers low. So the most important thing that we've been talking about for a long time now is to get vaccinated if you haven't already been vaccinated. If you still need your first dose, or maybe you never got your second dose, go ahead and get that done as quickly as you can before we start gathering for the holidays. And then recently, the CDC did strengthen their recommendation for boosters. The CDC now recommends that anyone who is 6 months out from their second dose, go ahead and get a booster. Or if you had the J&J vaccine and you only had one dose, it's 2 months after that one dose of J&J. But either way, we know it's really important that people get that booster dose as well before the holidays to help protect themselves. It's also really important that if you're going to be gathering in large groups and maybe you're not sure who is or isn't vaccinated, that you wear a mask. At this point, with community transmission being so high, we really recommend that any kind of indoor gatherings, people are wearing masks. And if possible, if you're maybe gathering with family and friends, try to make sure everyone else that's gathering with you is vaccinated as well. And then one last thing I want to talk about that's really important that unfortunately it seems like a lot of people have become a bit lax about. If you have any symptoms of COVID, even mild symptoms, stay home, don't go to work, don't go to gatherings or parties or anything like that. Just stay home and go get tested for COVID. And we'll have some more information about where and when you can go get tested. But unfortunately, we've seen lately a lot of people still going to gatherings or work or school, things like that, with symptoms of COVID. And that really is not good and contributes to the spread.
Yeah, thank you for that. I think it's easy to fall back into some old habits with that, and that we need to remember that even if it's mild symptoms, you could still be spreading that to others. So what about folks who are planning to travel for the holidays? Anything they should keep in mind?
Yeah, I really do think it's important that if you're going to be traveling, especially to other parts of the country, maybe getting on a plane, it's really in your best interest and everyone else's best interest if you're vaccinated before you do that. So I really, really do strongly encourage you to get vaccinated if you're going to be traveling. If you're not vaccinated and you're going to be traveling, get a COVID test done before you go. And then a few days after you get back, get tested again to make sure that you're not bringing it home to your family or friends or coworkers once you get back from your trip. And then, of course, wear a mask when you're traveling. A lot of places and modes of transportation, masks are required, like airplanes. We really think that's important and continue to recommend that as well.
Um, yeah, so I think that that's an important thing, that you definitely are going to need that mask on an airplane. And I appreciate you speaking to travel in general, because I know a lot of people plan that this time of year.
Yeah.
I want to wrap us up. Unless you have anything else to add, I just wanted to mention some things about our hours.
Yeah.
So we are going to have some different holiday hours at the end of this month at our Kmart site, where we offer vaccines and testing. We'll put some more information in the description of this video about that. And we also will continue to have some COVID vaccines available by appointment at our health department building. You can find more information at vaccines.gov. Elizabeth, thanks again for being on the video today.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.